LEGO fans, and welcome to number 5 in a series of 2019 LEGO Harry Potter set reviews. I've already reviewed 75945 Expecto Patronum, 75946 Hungarian Horntail Triwizard Challenge, 75947 Hagrid's Hut Buckbeak's Rescue, and the amazing 75948 Hogwarts Clock Tower. In today's unboxing, speed build and review video, we're revisiting a familiar theme for LEGO Harry Potter. Yes, today I'm going to be unboxing, speed building, and reviewing set number 75957, the Night Bus from LEGO Harry Potter. Welcome to the Night Bus, emergency transport for the stranded witch or wizard. This is a 403-piece set featuring the triple-decker purple AEC Regent III RT, or in other words, a purple triple-decker magical bus. We're first introduced to the Night Bus in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban when he runs away after blowing up Aunt Marge. Aside from a big purple bus, the 403-piece part count includes 3 minifigures. We have bus conductor and alleged Death Eater Stan Shunpike. There's also the owl-like driver Ernie Prang, and of course Harry Potter. Over on the back of the box we get a better idea of what to expect inside. As well as driver Ernie Prang, we also have the wisecracking shrunken head co-driver. There's also a swinging chandelier and beds that move around, and a removable roof for easy access. Accessories include Harry's chest, and a copy of the Daily Prophet. If this set looks familiar, you would be absolutely right. This is in fact the 4th LEGO version of the Night Bus. It first appeared in 2004 in set number 4755 Night Bus, in the same year as the 4695 promotional Polybag, and again in 2011 in set number 4866 the Night Bus. I actually own that one and we'll be comparing them side by side later in the video. Right now I'm kind of excited to get building, so let's open up this box and see what we've got inside. Here's everything that came inside the box. We've got 3 numbered bags of LEGO, an 82-page instruction booklet, and a mercifully small sticker sheet. I'm going to go ahead and build 75957, the Night Bus from LEGO Harry Potter, and today this is going to be a 60-second speed build! And here's the completed 2019 LEGO Harry Potter Night Bus. Build time was about 55 minutes, and man, that's a lot of windows. At first glance, this is very similar to the 2011 version. In fact, I have both of them right here while I'm filming, and I keep picking up the wrong one. We're going to start by taking a look around the Night Bus, including the interior features. Then we'll compare this side by side to the 2011 version. We will of course be taking a detailed look at those minifigures, and I think it would be fun to compare them to the earlier versions. Well, it would be rude not to. The Night Bus is a relatively modern invention in wizarding society and makes an interesting LEGO build. Being based on a Muggle invention, the Night Bus isn't welcomed by all members of the wizarding community. In particular, when the Night Bus was introduced, it was boycotted by many purebloods. The Night Bus goes pretty much anywhere, as denoted by the stickered panels near the back of the bus, the only exception being underwater. At the front we've got some more stickering, including an old-fashioned grille, the license plate OLD717, and of course the bumper and headlights. As a bonus fact, the Night Bus is actually based on a 1954 AEC Regent III bus. In fact, if you Google the license plate, you can track down the exact bus which had this registration number. Just like the 1954 bus, the driver's cab sits forward, and then you've got this kind of cutaway area here. This would be a panel that would reveal the engine. Of course, the main difference between this and the Muggle version, apart from the snappy purple colour, is the addition of the third deck. Of course, in the movie they just welded another one on top. Third deck aside, this is actually a pretty convincing recreation of the 1954 bus. The wheels have the old-fashioned centre caps, except in this case they're purple and not green. Riding up front with driver Ernie Prang, we have the shrunken head. The one real problem here is that the shrunken head completely obscures the view of the driver. In reality, I guess this isn't a problem because Ernie Prang is not known for his good eyesight. Removing the shrunken head isn't easy, but I do want to take a closer look. The face is printed onto a black minifigure head and the detail is great. We've got the sewn up eyes, the anguished expression, and even the dreadlocks with beads. Around the back of the head we have some more dreadlocks with beads, but it seems LEGO still haven't mastered the art of printing all the way around a minifigure head. There are blank patches on the side where there really should be dreadlocks. One tiny detail I really like is the fact that the head can move from side to side to keep up with the erratic movements of the night bus. While we have the bus partially disassembled, it's a great time to show you the driver's position. As you can see, we've got a steering wheel, and the driver's seat can actually pivot from side to side to make it easier to get the driver in and out. You can also see the bed, which is located on the lower deck. Just like the movie and the books, the bed can actually move around. The bed is also hinged, revealing space for a minifigure inside. It's a really neat design. I have seen that done before in the 21315 pop-up book set. Clearly it would be a pain in the bum to take the night bus apart every time somebody needs to lie down. Thankfully LEGO have thought of that. We actually have an opening side panel in the bus. This makes it a tiny bit easier to get to the driver, and also to put Stan Shunpike to bed. The interior also features this rather ornate swinging chandelier, and overlooking the craziness on the ground floor we have a seating area for one. Well actually no, that's not one, that's Harry. Back in the 1950s when the unions ran the bus companies, you would have a driver up front, and passengers would get on and off from the back of the bus. That's why we need this guy, the conductor, to take the fares. It was quite an efficient system because the driver could concentrate on driving while the conductor dealt with the money side of things. Nowadays on modern Muggle buses, it's more common for the driver to drive the bus and to take the fares. 1950s buses would also have stairs, but it seems the wizarding community has no need for them on the night bus. The night bus is actually quite a tall model and stands about 6.5 inches tall. Other features include the nameplate at the front of the bus. I'm not sure if the eye is meant to be a wand or a candle, but it looks really cool. And around the back we have a set of brake lights, although I suspect Ernie doesn't use those very often. The top deck of the bus is slightly different and has a slanted front and a curved rear. The front windows are mounted on a pivot point and use some cheese slopes to try and fill in the gap. It looks okay from the front, but from this angle not so good. As well as having an opening side panel, the entire top deck can be removed. Another minor detail that I really like is the curved corner piece above Harry's head. The designers could have used an angle piece, but this shows a little bit of design flair. With the top deck removed, you can also get a closer look at the pivot point for the chandelier. Not only is the top deck removable, but you can also take off the roof to have a poke around inside. In here you'll find a printed copy of the Daily Prophet and some mysterious red studs. These come in really handy for storing Harry's chest. Harry's chest does contain a few items. We've got a letter, a bar of chocolate, and a potion bottle. Of course Harry left Privet Drive in such a hurry he forgot to take Hedwig, so no Hedwig in this set. We did however get Hedwig in the 2011 version. Is it me or am I just getting a sense of deja vu here? There's an 8-year age gap between the 4866 night bus on the left and the 75957 night bus on the right. While these may look very similar, there are lots of differences. For starters, the 2019 version is ever so slightly longer. Both builds are 6 studs wide, but the 2019 version stands about a half brick taller. When it comes to the windows, I actually prefer the older night bus. You'll see that these are split to represent the opening portion at the top. This is exactly what you would expect with the 1950s bus. For the 2019 set in the background, LEGO used windows which are taller rather than wider. The proportions just don't look right to me. The other big difference is in the way the chassis are constructed. The 2019 night bus on the left uses rails, while the 2011 version uses stacked plates. We have slightly different wheels on each set. As you can see, the newer bus uses much wider tyres. Apart from that, most of the core features are the same. There's an old-fashioned grille at the front and the engine compartment is located next to the driver. We have the night bus emblazoned on the front and a KB on the side. No opening side panel here, instead the decks are constructed in modular fashion. We have a slightly less elaborate wobbly chandelier. removable roof panels so we can see the seats inside, a similar very basic layout on the middle deck, and on the bottom level we have a moving bed, but it doesn't work quite as well. That's because the old style bed just had a couple of sliders on the bottom to help it skid along the studs. The new version on the other hand has a nice set of rails to keep things running smoothly. The other notable difference with the 2011 night bus is riding up front with Ernie. We have a rather pale looking shrunken head, this time on a green cylinder. Rather than having the eyes sewn up, these actually have black crosses on them. It actually makes this thing look like a dead Frankenstein. The 2004 version of the night bus looked very similar to the 2011 version. It also had the superfluous head wig, but this time instead of Ernie Prang driving the bus, Stan Shunpike was doing all the work. Another interesting addition is the grim in the form of this grey dog. I never thought I'd need 2 night buses, let alone 3, but all of a sudden I feel compulsion to go to eBay to complete my collection. A particularly good reason to get the 2019 night bus is for the minifigures. Harry, as you might expect, is a very common minifigure. In fact, he comes in 3 of the 2019 sets. As well as the night bus, he appears in 75945 Expecto Patronum and 75947 Hagrid's Hut Buckbeak's Rescue. You'll find reviews of both those sets in the playlist at the end of the video. Stan Shunpike and Ernie Pike on the other hand are a little bit more exotic. You're only going to see these minifigures in the 2019 night bus. Stanley Shunpike, better known as Stan, was the conductor on the night bus, and he actually did time in Azkaban. He was overheard boasting about having inside information on the Death Eaters, and ironically, he escaped from Azkaban under the Imperious Curse and did eventually join the Death Eaters, although unbeknownst to himself. He looks great in this purple bus conductor uniform to match the night bus. We've got the plain purple legs on there, and then a really nice torso print. I like that a lot. We've got the purple jacket, and then the metallic machine there around his neck for printing bus tickets, and the black tie over the white shirt. We also have rather a mean and aggressive expression. I don't remember him being like this. I always remember him being much more friendly. No expression around the back because you'd see it. And then we have the bus conductor's hat here, which is mainly, in fact that's made out of purple plastic, and then I guess overprinted with the black visor and the red piece around there. With the possible exception of that facial expression, this is a really nice minifigure. With the exception of the faces and the hat, the 2019 Stan Shunpike is very similar to the 2011 version. I do prefer the hat with the red and black detailing, but actually I'm not a big fan of the 2019 facial expression. Both of the torsos have some really nice metallic printing for the ticket machine, but the 2019 version has slightly more detail. What we do miss on the 2019 version is that really nice brown strap with the metallic gold buckle. Not a lot is known about Ernie Prang aside from the fact that he's really quite old and drives the night bus like an absolute loon. He also is rumoured to have attended Albus Dumbledore's funeral, which might suggest that he's connected to some of the higher up wizarding families, but I guess we'll never know. The facial expression is absolutely superb and really does justice to the book's description of Ernie Prang as being owl-like. In fact, we've got these large eyes behind these thick-rimmed spectacles, and they're kind of cross-eyed there as he looks into the road, but really inevitably misses everything. We've also got these tufty pieces of hair on the side here, which almost look like owl's ears, so that works really well. This is a kind of bold headpiece here with white hair around the outsides. That just helps to hide the stud on top of the head. Also that facial expression, it's just superb. I love the beard and the kind of gormless mouth there, it looks great. There is no expression around the back because obviously we'd see it. Now the outfit Ernie is wearing is really nice, quite plain. We've got the plain khaki pants on there, and then I guess the off-white shirt here with the black tie, and then a cardigan over the top with some nice patterning, a little bit of creasing at the back. Now Ernie's name, as it kind of suggests if you speak British English, is suggesting that he's going to crash the bus. Now prang is a kind of British word for to have a crash or have a fender bender or to completely wreck a vehicle, so Ernie Prang is really quite fitting for this guy. In fact, if it wasn't for the magic of the night bus, I'm sure this guy and all his passengers would be dead by now. Comparing the previous Ernie on the left to the new one on the right, I really do prefer the newer version. I mean, surely for the 2011 version that has to be Madame Hoochie's hair. This guy also looks a little bit too friendly, whereas the 2019 version looks just as befuddled as he did in the movie. The clothing is very similar, they've both got the khaki trousers, and there's just some slight colour variations in the cardigan and the shirt. If I had to pick a winner here, it would definitely be the 2019 version. I am quite an obsessive collector of minifigures, and I find it fascinating comparing the old versions to the new versions. While these haven't changed a huge amount, I would say the characters have matured, and the minifigures look a good deal more like their characters in the movie. So that was set number 75957, the Night Bus from LEGO Harry Potter. Judging by the fact that this is the 4th LEGO Harry Potter Night Bus, I think it's fair to say that LEGO is obsessed with this thing. If you have the 2011 version, this isn't much of an upgrade. But if you have the 2004 version, firstly I'm very jealous, and secondly this is worth getting for the Ernie Prang minifigure. Ernie is definitely my favourite of the three because of that fantastic facial expression. I'm not a big fan of the snarly grimacing face of Stan Shunpike, but apart from that he's a very cool minifigure. And Harry Potter is, well, another Harry Potter. The 2019 shrunken head was definitely a step up from the 2011 version, but it is a little inconvenient that he's hanging in front of the driver. I did like the upgrade on the bed, it's great that you can put a minifigure inside, and it also has a much better sliding motion. Apart from that, it's just a very nice triple-decker purple bus. If you want one of these, depending where you live, you're going to spend about 35 Great British Pounds, 40 US dollars, 40 euros, 50 Canadian dollars, 70 Australian dollars, or 80 New Zealand dollars. With the price tag of $40, it's probably at the upper end of what I would expect to pay for a 400-piece set with 3 minifigures. But given that 2 of the minifigures are quite unique to the set, for me that makes it a must-buy. But what do you think? Was the 2019 version a suitable upgrade from the earlier versions? And do any of you guys own all 4 night buses? As always, feel free to share your thoughts and feedback in the comment section below. I do try and respond to as many of those as I can personally. Above all, I hope you enjoyed this LEGO Harry Potter unboxing, speed build and review video. If you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome LEGO content. I'll be back with some more 2019 LEGO Harry Potter set reviews in a couple of weeks, and I think I'll be building something rather big from the Jurassic period in the meantime. So thanks a million for checking out today's review, don't forget to check out the playlist at the end of the video, stay safe and we'll see you on the next build video.